Have we ever stopped to ponder, has our pursuit of sensitivity pushed us into a realm of excessiveness? Today we stand witness to an era of fervent youth advocacy. The young Americans of our time are standing tall, championing causes that matter. Take the LGBTQ+ rights movement, for instance. Young advocates tirelessly work to challenge societal norms, fostering a culture of acceptance and visibility. They are the voice of a community once marginalized, now echoing loud and clear. Similarly, the Latinx representation movement is making waves. It's an effort to unravel the complexities of Latin American identity, a call for their rightful representation in media, politics, and beyond. With every stride, they are reshaping our understanding of identity and equality. These movements, fueled by the sensitivity towards marginalized narratives, have brought about a profound impact. They signify progress, a step towards a more inclusive society, a better future. These endeavors reflect a profound commitment to justice and equality, shaping a more inclusive future for all. However, a troubling trend has emerged amidst this wave of advocacy. As we navigate these waters, we must grapple with the rise of excessive sensitivity, a phenomenon that has both positive and negative implications. On one hand, sensitivity fosters empathy and understanding, allowing us to better appreciate the experiences and perspectives of others. On the other hand, excessive sensitivity can lead to the proliferation of labels, confining individuals to rigid categories and obscuring the multifaceted nature of human identity. Even more concerning is the rise of cancel culture, a trend fueled by online discourse and social media platforms. This culture of swift condemnation for perceived transgressions often leaves no room for context or nuance and can inhibit intellectual diversity. The fear of being cancelled can deter individuals from engaging in meaningful conversations, fostering a culture of silence rather than dialogue. In our quest for sensitivity, we risk stifling genuine dialogue and inhibiting intellectual diversity. So, how can we navigate this delicate balance between sensitivity and censorship? To start with, we must emphasize the importance of nuanced discourse. By embracing complexity and ambiguity, we avoid falling into the trap of oversimplified narratives. It's about understanding unique experiences and perspectives rather than resorting to labels, fostering empathy and connection across diverse communities. Next, we need to cultivate a culture of accountability rather than cancellation. Mistakes are inevitable, but they can serve as opportunities for growth and transformation. Instead of outright condemnation, constructive dialogue should be the order of the day. It's about holding ourselves and others accountable for our actions while allowing room for reflection and reconciliation. Lastly, resisting the pressures of online activism is crucial. True change happens through sustained effort and collaboration, both online and offline. By fostering inclusive spaces for dialogue and dissent, we can build a more resilient and compassionate society, where differences are celebrated rather than condemned. In conclusion, while the youth of America have embarked on a noble quest for justice and equality, we must remain vigilant. We must avoid the pitfall of excessive sensitivity, a phenomenon that risks confining us within rigid labels and stifling genuine dialogue. It is crucial to embrace the complexity of human experience and to foster empathy and connection across diverse communities. Let us not resort to simplistic narratives nor succumb to the pressures of online activism. True change occurs through sustained effort, collaboration, and constructive dialogue, both online and offline. Remember, mistakes are inevitable, but they can serve as opportunities for growth and transformation. We must cultivate a culture of accountability rather than cancellation, allowing room for reflection and reconciliation. So, as we navigate this sensitivity surge, let's strive for nuance in our advocacy efforts. Let us commit to navigating this surge of sensitivity with wisdom, fostering a culture of nuanced advocacy that values dialogue over cancellation, complexity over labels, and empathy over indifference. In the journey towards justice and equality, the terrain appears to be changing, especially for those who use humor as their tool of choice. Consider the comedians of our time, the jesters of our modern court, who are now treading carefully, wary of the fear of cancellation. It's an interesting shift in the activism landscape where everyone seems to want a piece of the pie. Being an activist or feminist has become somewhat of a trend. You've probably come across them, the ones sporting feminist tees. but are unable to define intersectionality, or those who share social justice posts fervently on Instagram but don't actually show up to vote. But in this climate of increased sensitivity, comedians are finding themselves walking on eggshells. There which relies on humor to discuss complex issues and spark conversations is under scrutiny. Comedy shows, which have traditionally been platforms to tackle social and political issues, now face the threat of cancellation if they step on the wrong toes. This fear can stifle the humor that has always been instrumental in breaking down barriers and making topics more accessible. Humor, when used responsibly, is a powerful instrument in advocacy, fostering understanding and empathy by bridging gaps between perspectives. But with comedians fearing backlash, this tool's reach might be diminished. So, in this journey towards equality and justice, amid our efforts to become activists and feminists, perhaps we also need to consider the role of humor and the need for a space where it can be freely expressed. For we're all human, and sometimes a good laugh is what we need to see things from a different perspective. As we wrap up this roller coaster of sensitivity and advocacy, let's not forget one important thing. We're not just passive observers in this world. We have the power to make a difference, to influence change, and to support channels that foster dialogue and understanding. And in this digital age, showing support can be as easy as clicking a button. So if you believe in the importance of these conversations, if you value this space where humor, feminism, activism, and empathy converge, then we have a simple request. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video, share it with your friends and family. Each click, each like, each share helps us reach a wider audience, sparking more conversations, promoting more understanding, and empowering more change. So, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let's continue this journey of understanding and advocacy together, because every little bit counts, and your support can make a big difference.